welcome to Cooking with Jolie. Today we are going to be making French macarons. First, you are going to want to put your 1 cup of powdered sugar into your food processor. Then you're going to want to put your 1/2 cup of almond flour, 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, now you're going to want to pulse it for 10 to 15 seconds or until it's smooth. Now you're going to want to put your mixture into a sifter. If you have these little clumps, you're just going to want to throw those away. Now you are going to want to put this dry mixture to the side so you can work on your egg whites. First, you are going to want to add your pinch of salt to your eggs. Now you're going to want to take your hand mixer and beat them. Once soft peaks have formed, you're going to want to add your 5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Now keep beating it until stiff peaks form. Now that soft peaks have formed, you are going to want to take half of your dry mix and put it into the eggs. Now you're going to want to fold that in. Now that that's incorporated, you're going to want to add your second half of your dry mix to the wet ones. You're going to want to fold that in also. Now that it's all incorporated, you're going to want to pipe it onto your baking sheet. Now that I've put my piping bag on a cup for stability, I am going to want to transfer all of my mix into the bag. Now you're ready to pipe. Now you're going to want to pipe 1-inch circles 1 inch away from each other. I just drew 3 circles on here, but if you're not using a food safe marker, draw it on the back and flip it over. tap it on the counter to get rid of all the air bubbles. Now let them cool and set for 20 to 30 minutes. Now that the skin has formed on the macaroons, I am going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Now that the oven has preheated, you're going to want to put your pan in the oven. You want to put them in here for 10 to 15 minutes. Now that they are done, you're going to want to take them out so they can cool. These ones are cracked because they had air bubbles in them, which you don't want to have while making macaroons. While these are cooling, we are going to make the filling, which is going to be chocolate ganache. Now we're going to put 4 ounces or a half a cup of chocolate chips into a bowl. Now you're going to want to put a half cup of heavy cream into a pot until it boils. Now you're going to want your chocolate chips to sit in the milk for 1 minute. Now you're going to want to stir it. Mix it until it is well combined. No. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter, but this is optional. Now that the butter is incorporated, you want this to cool completely before you fill your macaroons. Okay, so now that the ganache is completely cooled, you are going to want to put it in a piping bag. I'm just using the same method I did for piping the batter. Now you're just going to want to take it off of the cup. I already pre-cut a hole in the bottom of mine. Before you pipe them, you want to size them so you know which ones you're going to pipe and which ones you're not. For instance, these two fit perfectly together, so those are going to go together. I already pre-sorted mine, so this is going to take a couple minutes to do. I hope you enjoyed this French macaroon recipe. Subscribe for more.